Yo guys, it's Shadow here and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today with a bit of a special episode because, well, because of the update that hit this week, but because, well, the DLC that was released. And there was a bit of, I don't want to call it controversy, there was people of different opinions on this DLC thing, and I wanted to talk about it real quick as well, how I see it. And before we go into this, let's just look what the DLC actually adds. So as far as I know, it only adds decoration blocks, meaning blocks that are already in the game, but technically just with another skin. So first up, we have this desk thingy. We can just, that's kind of cool. The hand placement there looks sweet, right? And all these are colorable. Pretty much fully colorable, which I like. Next up we have this corner desk thingy, right? Just cute little, yeah, okay. Then we have, they call this the kitchen, I think. This is just purely decorative. This does not do anything at all, right? So there's nothing to interact with here, nothing at all. Then there's a bed. I think this acts kind of like I want to say a cryopod, but I think it's more like a passenger seat, because I'm pretty sure this is not 100% like a cryopod, so because it does not have any, yeah, it does not have any like ports for oxygen and stuff like that. So, and also I'm pretty sure it doesn't refill your hydrogen, oxygen, and all like that. So this is just a, yeah, it's a passenger seat made as a bed, basically. But it's kind of cool, right? Also, it has this little window at the back, which is also very interesting. Then this is the armory, which is... This is kind of the weird thing when they say they're not functional blocks. That's not really true, because you can store stuff in here. You can store ammunition in here, which is weird because there's, as far as I know, not another block that does this. But it's not like people who don't have DLC cannot store armor in here. Let's see. Oh, you can also put in drills and whatnot. Just small items, I suppose. Okay. Would be kind of cool, of course, if it displayed it properly. But yeah, this looks kind of cool. It's very like enclosed space here, so that's nice. Then here's the same not enclosed space, right? I think this one is called just armory lockers. Then this here, this is one of my favorites, to be honest, because I always said we need like plants, you know, for like hydroponics on like spaceships that travel far away, right? You need hydroponics, and yes, here you go. It doesn't do anything, but it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Then next up we have just a couch, right? I think this has 3 seat positions. Yes, indeed. So you can 3 people can sit on the. No, wait. No, it does not. Okay, so only one person can sit on it. One large person. Oh well. Okay, and then here we have the normal lockers. So this is basically just a storage block. But again, this does not have any conveyor ports. So yeah, it's really more a decorative thing. Then here, one of the most important features. A toilet. Yes. Yes, indeed. The throne. Now this is awesome. I like this. I wish this would be like more functional. Right now it's just a console, essentially. Let's see, can I, if I load this in here, is this just a projector, basically? I think this is... Oh yeah, it projects like a little version of a ship. So this is awesome. I love this one. Like, really love this, because basically you can put this like as a centerpiece of your command room, you know, and this makes it look quite amazing. So this is a pseudo projector, I think, right? And then here we have a new cockpit. Let's see, what is it called? I think it's called industrial cockpit, and I'm pretty sure this is like almost one-to-one lifted from a mod that I used a lot, actually, and we're gonna talk about this as well. Nice little door at the back here, big conveyor at the top, and I think this is the only block, as far as I know, that comes in small grid size. So this is the small grid version. Essentially the same, except it has only a small conveyor on top and actually too small at the back. So that's what's in this DLC. You can spot these pretty easily if you have them. It's under decorative blocks, or in general, it's the one with these cool little symbols. So they're kind of nice to find, right? Oh wait, no, okay, they're all large block. Yeah, indeed, except the cockpit. So, but now, more importantly, let's talk about this, because I've seen a lot of different opinions on this. For one, there's people who absolutely love this, right? They love that Keen finally does DLC. They say, yes, I want to support Keen, I will buy this immediately. Yes, 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 please, more of that. And then there's people that say it's kind of, I don't want to say shady, but it's kind of weird, because especially with the industrial cockpit, it's the most obvious, I think, because that is definitely a mod I've seen before, and with a lot of other things as well. You know, some say it's a bit weird that Keen basically steals mods. I know it's not stealing, because I'm pretty sure in their user agreements they say they can make do with the modded things that you provide whatever they want. I'm pretty sure that's in the agreement. And there's other people who say, why should I buy this? There's mods, right? That's the main opinions I have seen. Either people liked it, some of them don't like it because it was kind of weird and shady, and some people said, why would I do this? There's mods in this game, what the fuck? And I think all three of them have a point. I think I go in the first category mainly, and I will explain why in a second here. But yeah, the thing is, let's address the second point. This is one of the most important ones. The thing about that they lift things from mods, and that's kind of shitty. And I can feel you. I can feel people who say that, because it is kind of a weird move if you you know, you take something somebody else has spent a lot of time making, and you basically sell it to other people. If you say it like that, that sounds like a very shady business practice. Agreed, absolutely. Now, there's a bit more to this, though, I feel. You know, because it's not like they steal that from the other guy and then the other guy doesn't have it anymore. I'm pretty sure that cockpit mod that I used, I'm pretty sure that's still on the workshop. And I don't think it will get taken down. Why would it? Right? And oh shit. And that's an important thing, you know, because in the end they leave you like with the decision. Keen leaves you with the decision to either buy their mods, which has the thing, or you can use buy their DLC with the thing inside, or you can use the mod from the other person, from the, let's call him the original author for this, right? So it's a decision you can make. They don't prevent you from choosing the mod, right? And I think both things are very viable. You know, the mod, to choose the mod is cool because you actually, you know, you take the thing from the original author as he created it, and that's kind of nice, right? But on the other hand, I like that I can actually give Keen some money. Yes, I know, giving companies money, and I like it. That's weird, right? But I actually think it's a good thing, because I love this game, right? And if Keen gives me the option to you can either get a mod and just continue the game playing, or you can get a mod and pay us a little bit so we can continue to develop this game even further, then, to be honest, right now, I'm absolutely choosing option B, you know? Because I have sunk like over 1,000 to around 200 hours into this game. It's ridiculous, it really is. But yeah, I've put so much into this game, and I don't even know what I paid back in the day. Just a tiny bit of money. And from then on to now, it was free content all the time. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna continue with free content when it comes to, how shall we call it, functional content, right? I think that will continue. There's, as far as the way they've said it, that's the plan. That functional things, new functions, new things will be free still. But yeah, I have absolutely no problem, supporting Keen here. Of course, it's always a bit context. The context here is important, right? Because I would say if, let's say, maybe, I don't know, EA did the same thing with one of their games, you might be a little bit more wary there because, it's about how much you trust the developer, how much you trust the company behind the game. And yeah, for example, if EA did the same thing, I would not go near it. Not even close, right? But at this point, I still trust Keen. I think they still are doing a great job. They're being very transparent with the community, at least from what I have seen. Maybe you had different experiences, but that's the experiences I have, right? And oh, look at that, beautiful. And that's why I absolutely have no problem with this. Now, of course, there's also the thing where you can say, yeah, they always gave it to us for free and now they want us to pay for it. That's kind of shitty. I understand what you mean. I do. But let's be honest. The fact that we just got all of this that we already got for free is amazing. And like, from almost day one, I thought they cannot keep this up forever. They cannot forever give you free stuff. That's just not how it works. Every game needs some revenue to, it needs to bring revenue back to the company. Even free games. For example, I played a lot of Guild Wars. Guild Wars lives through microtransactions. I play a lot of Path of Exile. Lives through microtransactions. Or you could do it the other way around. DLC. It's microtransactions or DLC. And I think Space Engineers, microtransactions don't fit Space Engineers. I don't think, at least. So DLC is the way to go, right? Just from a financial standpoint, I think it's more than fair. What else do I wanted to talk about? Yeah, the thing is, what came to my mind first and foremost when I thought about a game that gives you a DLC that could be modded as well was Skyrim. Basically, wasn't there like a weird DLC in Skyrim? I think it was called Horse Armor, that added some stupid armor to the game for horses, and you paid like a ludicrous amount for it for the content. And there's a thing there. I would say that's shitty. That's extremely shitty. But that's because it's Bethesda. Bethesda swims in money, at least I think, right? They don't need to beg you for money. And Skyrim, at least I think, back when that came out, was like at the end of the life cycle. You knew there's not gonna be that much more new stuff for it. And this game, that it still feels like there's so much to come. There's so much potential for it, right? So I wanted to compare it, but I couldn't really find too much like similarities. It's all about context in the end. But yeah, in the end, I love it that they give you the choice to either you can buy the DLC or, for example, also lockers. There is a mod. I think I have it on another game that I'm playing right now in single player, where you can have lockers from a DLC. Same with these, even like a suit locker, I think you can get. There's all mods for that, and if you don't want to pay Keen for that, you're absolutely free to do. That's the beauty of this right now. And as long as Keen keeps it that way, that they allow you to have the choice between mod and DLC, I'm fine with this. As soon as they say, yeah, the things that we put in per DLC that are totally like things that you guys modded before, you're not allowed to do this anymore, then that's when I say, no, that's bullshit. Because this game lives through its community, partially, right? because the modders give good ideas to the development team, and they can then put it into the game if they feel it fits. And the beauty about that is, with the mods, I have the biggest problem that most mods, for some reason, are not very well maintained. And I kind of understand why. I mean, modding, I couldn't do it because I already dedicate a lot part of my free time to just, well, this. So, and it's gonna sound horrible when I say that, but I do not even like put that much effort into this all, right? You noticed, but that already takes a lot of my time. And if you imagine people who are modding games, how much time they pour into it. Of course they're not gonna be all updated all of the time. Or sometimes, you know, private matters come into the picture and you cannot do anything at all. Sometimes you have to drop out altogether. So that leaves a lot of awesome mods stranded and left for dead. And the beautiful thing is, if Keen takes such a mod and puts it into the game, then it's guaranteed that that mod lives on and is always up to date. It's like a thing of convenience for me, and that's why I bought the pack, because I'm absolutely ready to pay a little bit to have conveniently all mods updated all the time. You know? That's absolutely something I will pay for. And as I said, as long as Keen keeps it transparent and is fair in the way they're handling this DLC modding kind of two-rail system, I have no problem with this. Maybe I would wish they would give a bit more like shoutouts to people if they, for example, if they... Again, I'm almost 100% sure they got this idea from that one cockpit mod that I'm thinking of. I think it's even really called Industrial Cockpit. You know, if they would maybe, you know, in the patch notes, or in the DLC, give a little shout out to, hey, this is inspired by this modder's mod. Something like that, you know. That might be, this is like one of the things that I can criticize, that it might be a little bit more credits to the original authors. Maybe they have done that, I haven't seen it so far, but hey, that's how it is. Alright. I think that's enough for this time. We, of course, haven't talked at all about the awesome update that they did. I mean, you can already see it here. But, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about this right now, because we already spent a lot of time talking about this whole nonsense here. And I want to get back to my normal game, and you hopefully want to see that as well. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.